Peace. Welcome back in a real way. Y'all, I don't know if any of y'all saw that Tony Baker and Friends special, comedy special. Join late, man. I was very surprised. No, I can't say I was surprised, but I was pleasantly surprised. I'll say that. It was like it was a nice little selection of comics that I had never really watched, and they all impressed me. I enjoyed the show. I watched the show a couple different times. I mean, that's something that I noticed too during the quarantine. Like we was supporting each other on a local scale more. Like that was dope. It's good to watch. I hope we continue moving forward. I was building with my man earlier. We was talking about how the dynamic between the black men and women, or maybe it's just men and women, I don't know, but I only know from my experience and comparatively to the people that I interact with, my anecdotal experience so far on this particular thing. But then again, actually, it can be proven if you notice it, because there seemed to be an uptick in people speaking about the male-female dynamic, mating, dating, what have you, lately from a male point of view. Usually, I don't know who used to talk about this shit. I guess it's female shit, but I don't watch female shit to know if this is the kind of shit that they were talking about. But there's been an uptick of men voicing their opinion and expressing how men think. The wild thing is, though, women don't realize that this shit is for their empowerment. Like, all these niggas telling y'all how we think. Y'all so busy, your egos are so crazy that you can't peep that they're giving you the keys to us. Your ego is so big that you just want to be defensive first. You're not peeping. They're actually giving you the keys to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting. It's interesting. Like, you can't even help somebody who don't want to help themselves, regardless of what. But yeah, man, just talking about how abusive the exchanges can be, and how even though there may not be any malicious intent, there's always a level of manipulation coming from them to us on every level. You know what I'm saying? Just not even just dating, but just from women to men in general. If you ever noticed it, I don't know. Maybe it's just my experience, but I got it from some of my sisters. I get it from strange women. I got. Is that too real? I don't know. We should have real parties more. I guess people do. I guess I should have more parties. The quarantine tried to shut us down. We need to enjoy each other. That's important. We got to become more determined with the things we do also. Like, even if we do have parties and shit like that, like, everything got to have a reason. Everything got to have not an impact, but it has to be supported, or is that the word, supported? Buttressed, fortified, injected with, instilled imbued with. It has to be imbued with something of a qualitative value as well as just a quantitative value. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to throw a dope ass party on like a boat. You know what I'm saying? Just invite. I mean, I don't know. It would be dope if I can invite as many people that I know, and whoever show up, at least like there's some way to guarantee it'll be enough room for them, and be on the boat and just tell niggas, you know what I'm saying? Just get fly. You know what I'm saying? You can wear whatever you want, but just get fly. Come out to the boat. We want to just party and eat and dance and sing and you know what I mean? Talk shit on the boat all night long. You know what I'm saying? On like a big ass boat. Like, I don't know how big, but big enough that however many people show up could be on that shit. That would be fire to me. That would be fire to me. I don't know. I enjoy having a good time. I don't think. Maybe we do too much celebrating, man. I don't know, man. But it's only one life. We only live in one life. So, like, do we have time to waste or we don't have time to waste? But we gotta live, right? That's difficult. Those are important things, though. Living, like, you know, just doing duty. It's not life. That's not a life. What if you never experienced like love or things like that? Like those things do. I'm not gonna say they complete you. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's different, but they definitely add to you. They definitely add to you. And you can say everything adds to you, but those things add to you like in a different type of way. Just like traveling, that type of education, or even for the people that have gone to college, like that's a different type of education. You learn how to interact. You learn a, all these different languages because again, we got to keep in mind like 85% of communication is nonverbal. So even when you're interacting with people and building relationships, especially building healthy relationships, that's learning new languages. You know what I'm saying? It may not be, you know, verbal or written languages, but you're still learning how to communicate, how to maintain space, how to interact with a person in their proximity to be, you know, beneficial to each other. In addition to whatever y'all say to each other. You know what I mean? But knowing not to encroach somebody's space or knowing, you know what I mean? Knowing when to, you know, make yourself at home or things of that nature. Shit's trippy. Human beings. Yo, I got this theory where, you know, the same way that cultures will tell their stories and have folk stories or folk tales that will be intertwined with their history. You know what I mean? Even if it's exaggerated or whatever the case may be. I'm thinking we need to start doing that shit. Making our new lullabies, making our new, you know what I'm saying? What would we call them? Nursery rhymes, so to speak. All that shit. Fairy tales. We need new ones. You know what I'm saying? We need new ones. That tell little reflections of the self. In our, you know, time period. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Making our own fairy tales. New ones. That have the those life lessons that we learned instilled in them. Would that be fire? I think that'd be fire.